first section in this video is weapons, armors, and combat. Fanimation is a resource pack that overhauls all the player animations, allowing you to do some more lively animation like swinging your sword. You can also place your sword on your waist or shield at the back. It has some new animations too, like eating, the elytra has speed lines, and the falling animation is also overhauled, along with the revival animation where you die and come back to the world. One of my favorite animations from this pack is that wearing armor will look more realistic. Please be sure to set it to no capes option in the resource pack so that it does not conflict with other add-ons. Well, we did not just add the Fanimations pack just for the animations, but because it is actually a vital pack so that the Fiery Combat add-on works. Fiery Combat overhauls the Minecraft combat system, adding new animation and an arsenal of weapons along with their set skills like the Katana Slash or the Diamond Scythe with the cool moveset and an idle animation. Some weapons allow you to teleport all over the place, and the Fiery Bow allows you to shoot explosive arrows, dealing explosive damage to mobs. While this add-on does a great job, it has quite a few weapons to choose from, so I will not spoil every weapon and leave that for you to find out for yourself. You can find these weapons from the Pillager Trader throughout the world. But before the next great add-on, I have a quick word from today's video sponsor. Well, today's video sponsor is Usine, which is an entertainment-focused media sharing platform that offers a variety of content that you can all watch in the comfort of your own home. This includes content like TV series, movies, anime, sports, or even other entertainment that you might like. There's a lot of reasons to use Usine, but one of the main reasons is it has multiple languages, meaning you can watch it with any language that you prefer, and it's updated with the latest security technology, meaning you are not compromised. You can download Usine from the link in the description to start your journey of amazing entertainment. Well, the next add-on is Rolling Stamina, which adds a rolling system into Minecraft just like the Dark Souls and Elden Ring experience. This allows the combat to be more fluid, as you can now have invulnerability frames whenever you dodge. And just as seen, you can also climb. What's a good experience without seeing the health bars on your enemy's head? So health bars just does that and adds health bars on top of the mob's head, and it's very accurate at that too, and allows you to see how much damage your weapon actually deals and if the enemy is too tough for you now. However, note that there is a visual bug that only happens in multiplayer. What the hell? For the next add-on, just as in Java mod packs, there is a damage indicator. So the damage indicator helps you to see how much damage you're dealing to mobs, and just like health bar, it's pretty accurate at that too. The next add-on that also has a very cool feature of acting as a quest system for this add-on pack is the Magical Warfare add-on. You'll be greeted by a tower when you spawn in your world, whereas there will be a guild master with the appropriate information to tell you about quests and all that you can do. But what's exciting is that you can go at the very top of the tower and choose a magical element that you can learn. Remember to pick your element wisely, as it will be very hard and expensive to switch it back. This add-on is by far the best magic add-on that I've found for MCPE, especially in the 1.20 update, and it is really cool. The add-on may be confusing at first, as it also confused me, but once you get the hang of it, it will be very quite efficient and so simple to use. Along with that, it has some really cool powers and effects that you can create, making combat much more interesting and exciting. Just like the dark spells summoning dark creatures, and the lightning powers summoning bolts of lightning around a huge area. Know that you won't start overpowered in this add-on, as you have to go out and explore to increase your mana system, but know that there will be some very challenging trials. The next add-on is Minecraft Dungeons, which adds a variety of weapons, armors, and mobs to the game that will make it very challenging for you to just go out and explore. But don't worry, as there's cool armor sets that you can also find throughout the world, which are rewarding to find. And these all come from the standalone game called Minecraft Dungeons if you haven't played it before, and if you've played it, you know how amazing that game is, and this just creates that same amazing into Minecraft. I was honestly surprised as Fanimations didn't clash with Minecraft Dungeons, as they both use play adjacent, but anyways, it works, and I'm very proud to just present this to you because it has very cool weapon animations and abilities that also work with Fiery Combat. While we'll cover more bosses later in the video, this add-on also adds a number of bosses into the game, and I don't want to spoil that for you, so you will just find them out for yourself. It also adds spells and tomes, just like magical warfare, but in the Minecraft dungeons art style, so it's really cool. You can create this stuff like shields, shock packets that you can use, or chill packs that will provide you some quick items to use that you can find throughout the world. Spiders can now also shoot webs, and some mobs have been completely overhauled. And again, the bosses are really cool, and I'll just let you find them out for yourself. Oh, and here's a clip from the intro, which is actually from this add-on, showing you how massive the structures can also be. And yes, there's structures in the add-on. This add-on has an optional soundtrack, which is the Minecraft Dungeons soundtrack, which is really recommended if you want an immersive experience. Moving to the next add-on, which also adds weapons and armors and some mobs, is Forsaken Odyssey. In summary, Forsaken Odyssey adds detailed bombs into the game and a lot of structures, which is its strong point for this video. And it does add mobs and 3 bosses and armor sets, of course. But the strong point for this video is that the mobs that it adds and the structures are really going to help this add-on pack to be extremely good. In the Deep Slate Catacombs, you can find the Elder Golem, and in the Rats Dungeons, you can find the Rat Cursor, who will summon rats in an attempt to overwhelm you, so you better come prepared for this fight. If you're like me and can't get enough of weapons and add-on packs, well, True Weapons serves as an expansion in this add-on pack, adding dozens of new weapons with some cool abilities like Sweeping Edge, and some of them have their own animations regardless of the Fanimation texture pack that we applied earlier in the video. The next section in this video is bosses. While I think this section was not necessary as the previous add-ons did add a lot of bosses, I added 3 bosses like the Yeti boss, who will spawn in snowy plains and will be a formidable opponent for you to fight, with a few attack patterns that might catch you off guard, like just randomly throwing a snowball that can get you. Know that you have to summon this boss instead of him naturally spawning though. But a boss that does naturally spawn is the System Hydra, which is a 3-headed beast which will spawn naturally around the world and terrorize villages. This boss is very formidable, so I suggest that you go out and explore before facing such enemies. The Hydra has its own moveset like stomping the ground or shooting a ball of fire or poison towards you depending on the element of the Hydra, but defeating this Hydra has rewarding outcomes as you can use the scales to craft dragon armor. A boss that I've shown in multiple videos is the skeleton boss, and now there's a way to actually spawn them, which you have to go to an ancient city to look for the cursed torch and then light it with the nether star so that you can get the cursed land. Then you can place the lit torch on the ground and it will summon a whole tribe for you to defeat before the skeleton is finally summoned. Don't worry, the skeleton has some really cool rewards. However, he's very tough. Even for this modded item that I was using, he gave me a difficulty, so I don't know about you, so you really have to prepare for this fight, as he also has a second phase where he turns blue and starts shooting lightning arrows towards you, so it's really crazy. Moving on to the next section in this list, which is the textures. The first texture pack, which is the circular HUD, adds a very clean look to the HUD, as most RPG games have this circular look, and it's really cool. An optional pack is the Conquest texture pack that you can apply to your world. I personally had some ups and downs with this texture pack in terms of how it looks, but that's up for you to decide, as you can choose if you want to keep it or not. But regardless, I think it's a really cool texture pack for this fantasy feel, but sometimes the vanilla look is better in my opinion, but you'll be the judge of that. What's a good texture pack without some cursed villager faces though? Bruh. The next section in this video is features, which the first feature is more camera perspectives, changing how the camera is displayed on the screen, and this gives it a more RPG feel and immerses you in the world, just as most RPG games nowadays. There's a variety of options you can choose from, and I feel like the best is the dynamic third person option 2, but you can experiment and see which one is the best for you. The reason why I've added Rise of the Wyverns as a feature is because of the dragon riding and how it works in general. So the add-on has wyverns that you can meet throughout the world, and they will be hostile of course as a wyvern shield, but if you happen to defeat this wyvern, you'll be granted possibility of getting the egg corresponding to the wyvern's element. Although these eggs can take quite a time to hatch, which is 20 minutes, and for a person like me that's like a whole hour. But anyways, it's worth it once you finally tame the baby wyvern with raw meat, because you will be able to sort through the skies with such speed. Don't worry if you don't get an egg, because you can also use scales to craft wyvern armor. Villager Soldier overhauls the villagers in Minecraft to have a chance to become a god, or you can manually do this by giving them a bow or sword while sneaked, and they will have a chance to become a god which can protect the village from pillagers, adding some sort of civilization to this add-on pack. Item physics adds some realism into Minecraft, as you can now drop your items and they will actually be dropped and not float in the air, and they have collision so you can walk over them and they'll actually move. To get your items back, you simply just sneak and they'll come to you. An add-on that complements item physics is Dynamic Torch, which allows you to hold the torch and it will emit light just like a real life torch world. And for the next feature is Simple Waste Stones, which adds waste stones that you can interact with to set like fast travel points using experience points, which you will need a lot. But regardless, this will serve as a fast transportation system if you don't have the time to be taming dragons. Moving on to the next section, which is world generation. Abandoned structures adds a lot of structures throughout the world which will spawn naturally, and they have loot inside and add on to the immersion, as you would find just abandoned castles and such. An add-on that goes hand in hand with abandoned structures is runes and dungeons, which will add runes and dungeons to the game, and they each have their unique traits, as you can find some pretty interesting stuff in them. But I will not spoil the experience for you, as I really encourage you to explore these structures and find some really cool stuff. Dynamic surroundings overhauls the entire sound of Minecraft to add more ambience, as it may be too quiet sometimes. So this just adds a feeling of realism and it makes you feel immersed sometimes. So it's really recommended that you add this pack. It has some really cool sounds even at nighttime. This is the most important part of the video, the add-on sorting. Make sure that the add-on sorting is exactly as you see on screen, with circular HUD at the top and damage indicator at the bottom. And then for behavior packs, make sure that magical warfare is at the very top, and going all the way down, make sure that your epic skeleton is at the very bottom. Please make sure that you set the add-on sorting right and the add-ons will work. But with that said, I hope y'all have a great day. Click this video here if you want to see more videos from me, and with that said, bye.